Good afternoon, everybody. It is Chelsea with Staff Force here, and I am coming on today to be transparent. I knew that I wanted to do this video, and initially, if you want me to be super honest, I had all these grand plans of getting all done up and everything else, and ultimately I decided that it is way more appropriate and fitting for me to appear as I am day to day. And as I started to think about it, I realized that's really a theme that's been on my mind, not just with my personal appearance, but more so for business relationships. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for putting your best foot forward and, first impressions and all that. But more so on the maintaining end of it. You start a new business partnership with someone, and that first meeting is really everything that you need it to be and to seem, and you hear everything you want to hear. And then as the relationship evolves, it slowly starts to fall apart. It seems like maybe that was a facade. The promises aren't followed through upon, whatever it may be, right? And what I really wanted to come on here and say is it's a brand new year. It's 2021, and what you see with Staff Force is what you get. When myself or my branch manager, we come out and we talk to you, the things that we say and the commitments that we make, these are things that we stand behind and that we actively live and withhold every single day. And we're proud to do it. We've been doing this successfully for 32 years. Our Louisville team here has been together for about 5 years. And it's a family. It's what we do. We've been very fortunate through this past year to maintain that pool of candidates. I don't have to tell you, if you're in DFW Light Industrial, you know that the candidate pool in DFW in general has, it was bad before COVID, and then with the unemployment incentives and everything else, it dwindled down, was cut in half practically. So we've been very fortunate to maintain this stronghold that we have in the available candidates in the area. The biggest thing that I would say is you'll see the difference in how we treat people. Not just how we, treat you in a meeting or in our first impressions, but in the interactions that you have with us day to day. That communication is there, and it shows through when we speak to our employees. It shows through when we pick up the phone to call our employees. They're answering because we take care of them. It shows through when we send them on the first day. We're coming out and we're checking in our employees, and we're making sure that everybody has proper introductions and everything has a human touch to it, And I'm really grateful to be able to say that's something that you see with us day to day. And I invite you to look at our Google reviews as well. That's something that you'll be able to see in there. It makes me very proud to see our employees and our partners kind of testifying on that. This economy that we're in right now, it's not something that any of us planned for, right? So DFW boomed, and the candidate pool was already low. Then the COVID thing happened. We just went through this, right? My point with this is that from a recruiting perspective, from an HR perspective, from an operations manager perspective, this wasn't the market that anyone had envisioned when they wrote your job description. This market is unprecedented, and to be able to successfully recruit in it while maintaining your other job duties, that's just not, it's not really possible, to dig through all these candidates and to get the right ones and to maintain all the other job duties that you have. I mean, more power to you. If you're doing it, that's impressive, but it's certainly not without an incredible amount of stress. So my invitation to you is one conversation. Let's talk about your current staffing situation. Let me box it up for you. Your current staffing needs. Let me take it off your plate, and let me free you to focus on those other things. If you are interested in a conversation with me, feel free to reach out in a message. If you want to click the little, the light bulb icon to say, hey, I sparked an idea with you, just hit that reaction and I'll send you a message. I encourage you to connect with me. Send me a connection request. You know, even if there's nothing that you need right now or you feel like it's all under control, send me a connection request. Kind of bookmark me. That way, you know, if something comes up, you have a connection there and somebody that's really excited to work with you. So I invite you to connect. I'm really excited to talk to you guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.